In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 tips that you can use so you can choose the right rental ski for you. If you don't know me already, my name is Floss and I'm an international ski teacher and mountain leader here in the French Alps, and today I'm videoing from Val Dİsere, and I want to talk to you about how you can choose the right rental ski for you. So tip number 1 is about the length of ski for you. So it all depends on what you're doing and what you want out of your day. So for example, if I want a piste ski, I've got 2 piste skis here, for example. Ideally for myself, I'm looking for the piste ski to actually come up literally between my nose and my chin, really. Nothing any taller or even a bit lower. This is actually a 160 and I've actually got a 154 here. Which is a little bit lower and shorter. So depending on your height will depend on the length, but pretty much for the piste ski between your nose and your chin. For off-piste skiing, I would have something a little bit taller and I'd go for probably about a 170. So for an off-piste ski, I'll be looking at a ski that really comes up to the top of my head, not really any taller, which will be about a 170 on me. Tip number 2 is actually the width underfoot and which one to go for. So for example, here I've got my 154, it's actually 70 mil underfoot. And that gives me a radius of the ski at 13.2, so it's a short turn. So literally, if I just had a weight on the ski and the ski I don't influence it, it will take the arc of a 13.2 meter radius. Now I've got something a little bit wider here, which is actually 76 underfoot, and that's got a higher radius of closer to 14 meter radius. So that means I can still do short turns, but they're going to be a little bit longer. My off-piste skis, I like to have a wide underfoot, so they range really from 93 up to 104 underfoot. So that means my radius of the ski will actually come from about 18 meter radius and higher. So that ski will be only good for long turns and medium turns, and it's a lot harder to influence for shorter turns. So tip number 3 is actually the base of the ski, which is really important. When I'm looking to rent a ski, you need to have a look at the base underneath, okay? See if there's actually a structure in, which you can see here, there's actually a diamond structure in. That means that the wax and basically the running of the ski will be a lot better. I'm looking for marks as well and see if there's any stone. It should just be nice, clean and unmarked. And also it should be dark. So if you see any strips of whiteness, it means that the ski is actually really dry and it needs to be waxed, so it won't be moving on the snow so much. So you want it nice waxed ski, dark base and unmarked. Is it tip number 4? Tip number 4 is edges. Edges are really important that they're sharp, especially in difficult conditions and icy conditions. So what you want to do is just grab the ski, grab your nail, and if the edges actually break away and cut your nail, that means they're sharp. And try and feel the sharp edge, see if it's all the way on the length of the ski, okay, all the way down. And that will give you a better performance, better control. You'll get some rentals which won't even actually sharpen an edge, and they will just actually, shops will actually hand out skis to you and they're not sharp. So definitely check that it's sharp. So tip number 5, now this is a big one, it's actually the din setting. And it's so important to understand this and to work out which exactly din setting is perfect for you, so you avoid injuries. So literally you have the toe piece and the heel piece on a binding, and inside is a coil. And on the front dial and the back dial you'll see a setting, and it will go from, for example, this is 3 to 10. And that will be the tension of the coil. So the lower the setting, the easier the ski will release. So for example, if you're a beginner and you know, you're not very confident and you're going slower, you normally have a lower din setting. Whereas if you're a confident skier, you might be a heavy skier as well, and ability, then you'll have a higher din setting. So for example, I teach on a 7, but if I actually ski off piste and do hard couloirs, then I'll be putting my din setting up to 8, maybe 9. So it's really important, keep an eye on your din, and your din setting should be affected and changed depending on your ski ability, your age and your weight. So make sure you get it right. So tip number 6, our last tip, is actually the ability, the ski level of the ski and the stiffness. So for example, if you have an advanced ski, you'll find that you have the tip, if you press here, is a lot stiffer, and the center and the tail. Whereas if you want a little bit of a softer ski, okay, so you don't need performance, you're a bit of a beginner, you should be able to flex the ski and it should be a lot softer in the tip, tail. It should be a lot softer in the tip, the middle and the tail. So that is my 6 tips that you can use so you can choose the right rental ski, which is so important, so you don't get ripped off and you can have a great week skiing. Now, if you do have any questions, just drop the comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh. Are we good to go? In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 tips for you how... Cut. Tip number 2 is actually the width underfoot. Off-piste skis are around 18, 22, because they're the ski underneath the foot is a lot wider. And I normally go for... So for the off-piste skiing, I normally have a wider ski because that balances me off-piste. Okay, and I actually cut. Tip number 4 is edges. Now edges are really important, especially at the moment because our snow isn't very... Tip number 4 is edge.